Yeah, I mean, I think one thing we did, I'm a big fan of like Google Sheets, of Excel, of spreadsheets in general. And I think actually trying to get the task down to all the subtasks, and having Google Sheets worth of that. And then, we had it on our sprint backlog, but those were often bigger tasks. And so there were times that, like, as a CAD team, we had a whole other spreadsheet worth of here are the tasks. And then people could sign up on here's the ones we're doing and here's when they are done. And sometimes we said, like, split them up of like, these need to be in the first part of the week, these can happen in the middle, these have to happen at the very end. So prior, and part of that was with the CAD team, I think, CAD team, I don't know about other teams, like there was a real order to a lot of it. Like you had to make all the parts and you had to then fit together the subsections, and then you had to fit together the whole thing. And then you had to do the rendering and making pretty and creating all the files. Like you couldn't create all the files before you did all the subparts. So like, okay, if then also working backwards of like, if we need all these images by this date, when do we need the whole thing put together by? And so that means when do we need the smaller pieces? But yeah, having them all like laid out and trying to break it down as like specific as possible, like as small step as possible, so that, especially because we were a remote team working out of hours, like maybe someone could only make one of the objects in like a sub-assembly. But if they could make that one object, that's great, as long as other people could find it, and then someone else could make the other two and then put them together.